Can you feel life moving through your mind? Ooh, looks like it came back for more. Yeah. Can you feel time slipping down your spine? Ooh, you're trying to ignore. Yeah. But you can hardly swallow your fears
what's going on, everybody? Welcome to PCG Live. What's up, boys?
What's going on, baby?
Hi.
Oh,
Cal, I want that hat, bro. I want that hat now.
Yo, then you should have went to PAX and got a Cappy.
Oh my god, that hat is so dope, man.
That's what happens when you slack and you don't go to PAX East for the second year in a row, Andre.
Third year.
You know what, third year. So you know what that means? That means I don't want no excuses.
I can't make them.
I told you the deal with the hat and my son, right?
Yeah, wait, he got the
So I allowed all my kids to pick a gift, which is the first time they were able to do that for PAX. And my youngest, I was like, "What do you want?" And he was walking around, and I thought he was gonna pick Cappy, and he ended up picking Flash, Reverse Flash.
Yes, that's what it was. I was trying to remember. I was like, I know he didn't choose Cappy, and I went, what?
Usually it's you that has all the props, but actually today I have a prop.
Oh, you have a prop, huh?
I have a lot of props. I have.
Oh, really?
What is this?
Ooh.
Oh shit!
This is what we like to call, boys and girls, an instruction manual.
Wow.
These are what we used to get with games that told you how to play them.
I miss it. I miss them.
Mario, what do you think about that?
Look at that. Like, it even tells you the courses. Like,
wow, Mario is impressed right now.
Super Mario.
He's on fire.
What else? We got Super
Oh
Bases
my
Loaded.
god.
Look at that.
Did I just see bases loaded?
Yep.
Yes.
What's this?
Bases loaded.
Magic sword.
Magic sword.
NBA Jam. Boom
Woo!
shakalaka.
Is it the shoes?
Oh, Kyle's game.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
The game I never owned because I never had a Super Nintendo.
Yes. Donkey Kong.
And
oh snap!
I have another 8, but right now, because of the table I'm on, I'm actually using them to help prop up my monitor because my monitor's hitting slant, and these books actually helped it. But I have Mystical Ninja, Mario Paint, Pilot Wings, Mortal Kombat, and the bottom ones I can't see. So, but yeah. So today, boys and girls, we are talking Nintendo E3. We're kind of getting straight into business, and that's kind of what we've been doing lately. We've kind of cut the small talk at the beginning, but that's okay. I don't mind.
It's a very happy household here today. The whole crew is back.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas,
2 weeks in a row, man. That's awesome.
Thomas, Pikachu's here.
Oh, look at that! Look at that.
Because Metroid and Pokemon. Oh, and Bayonetta.
Bayo
had to come and hang out because she was like, "Yo, I got a game coming out too."
Oh yeah, she does.
What's up with that?
And speaking of Bayo, since if any of you guys are interested, we have just officially uploaded the YouTube videos from GamerCon, which are absolutely fantastic. But we just did day 1. I actually got to upload day 2. So very exciting, awesome stuff. The event was fantastic, and the videos came out fantastic. So, but we
interviewed Kate from Norse Dance Party.
Yep. And she awesome. You guys played Mario Kart?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. Yes. So good long interview, 45 minutes to an hour. And then Jamie's is up there as well from Game Underground. Fantastic interview. He had a great
interview. He got very deep, man. He was saying some real personal and deep things that come with this business of gaming and the support and the community. He got real deep, man. I really love talking with him on that, man.
Yeah, which is really good because then people get to see how people feel. So
exactly.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So about that. So yeah, make sure you go check out the videos. They're on YouTube. It's Platinum City Gaming. I think it's Platinum City Gaming Taunton. That's our channel. So check it out and make sure you put some comments on it. Like, y'all gotta talk to us. Like, let us know you love us.
Let us know how our interviews.
Yeah. You gonna love me?
Oh boy. Ooh, Andre.
For a second, I thought he was gonna start saying "Baby Back, Baby Back."
So, Andre, in chat, you mentioned something else. I didn't want to miss the topic. I can't remember what the other topic is. You said there was something else that we could get into.
Oh, we talk about battle royale.
Oh, the debate topic.
I don't know if we should talk about that though. Like, because I have a feeling. Why don't we do that at the end if there's time? Just due to the fact that
There ain't gonna be no time at
There
the
won't
end.
be time.
it's just that's a good topic to talk
It
about,
is.
and we touched it a little bit last week. So, there are two things that I do want to talk about. Yesterday was the release of H1Z1 beta for free for PlayStation and PC, and it's Battle Royale only. That's free right now. So I downloaded, I downloaded for my laptop. Fantastic. The originator of the Battle Royals, I believe we had a conversation about before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'll confirm that.
yep. So fantastic. But they now they have it for PlayStation. I downloaded it, but I haven't had a chance to play it yet. So
I'm gonna try tonight. I downloaded it. I'm gonna try tonight.
yeah. Not for Xbox, right? For PlayStation,
No,
right?
for PlayStation.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say I don't think they have it for Xbox yet.
Nope.
I download it, but I don't have enough room in my PlayStation.
How
Okay.
big's your hard drive?
I might be a little busy with Dragon.
How big's your hard drive?
It's the standard 500
Okay.
gig one.
Yep, that explains it. Okay.
Yep.
But there was that, and then there was the conference, not conference, it was like a presentation for Battlefield 5. Actually no, they did a whole interview with the team and everything. So that was cool. They announced they're doing the Battle Royale on it. But something else that they announced that I'm really excited for is they're bringing back cooperative play, which is fantastic. I love games that are like that. Just because I want to be able to play with my friends, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
The game graphics look fantastic. I just the world. So it's on World War II age, and the main pro the main character is a female during that time, and like everything looks fantastic, but I don't know how I feel about being in that time again because it's not. I think they did World War One the first time, but World
Yeah.
War II isn't too much of a difference. But it looks like there's a lot going on, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm a Battlefield fan, but I thought I was gonna really get into Battlefield 1, and I didn't. I didn't at all. So, but that just deals with time and video games. So
It really depends on your type of, your mentality with games like that, though, because I feel like Battlefield's more strategic wise rather than like Call of Duty, where obviously it's like more arcade-ish.
I agree.
So, I mean, it all depends on like if you're a running gunner or you want a tactical shoot.
yep.
Well, my only problem is I agree with Kyle 100% on that. My only problem with these new games is I'm tired of them showing trailers like what they showed, and the gameplay plays nothing like that. I'm so done with that phase, like how they showed they're running through and the bombs are hitting them, and then they're getting up and they're shooting the enemy, then they grab a bomb and throw it, and it never plays like that. It's not even close to it half the time.
They showed play graphics. They actually showed
No.
them.
I was gonna say they did do the transaction where it went from CGI into when it went from cutscene into gameplay, and I love that. It looked beautiful. But what I mean is the multiplayer never plays out like how these games try to advertise them. Like they never
Yeah.
shoot. I'm tired of that, man. Like, that aggravates me.
No, I agree.
Plays out like how
Oop,
games try to
we can hear you talking now. Yeah, no, I agree. It's frustrating. The one that was really bad. I don't know if you remember. Tom Clancy's Ghost. That was pretty bad.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
Yeah, that one. I remember you distinctively pointing that one out, and you were just like, you're like, dude, this is so bad.
Because it's not like that. It's your edit. You're trying to sell your fans something. They already know what your game's about. You're trying to sell the people that are fans of your franchise something that's not going to happen during the game ever. The only thing that's going to happen is the fast action. Even Call of Duty with the new one, they even did it right where they showed actual what you're going to be doing during multiplayer. It was nothing that made me say, "Oh, you can do that in this game." But in Call of Duty Ghost, they did that. They were trying to trick your mind to make you think like you could run, go through a window, and then shoot, and then keep going. And then it didn't play nothing like that. At least this Call of Duty, they were like, nah, we're just gonna actually show multiplayer and just take different clips. Battlefield gave us it looked almost like a campaign mixed with a multiplayer, mixed with it. I'm just like, come on, dude. You're not gonna see a jet going by, shoot it down, the enemy in front of you, shoot the enemy. and then throw a grenade at a tank and blow it up. Like, come on, man. You know that's not like stop.
Well,
Listen,
Battlefield.
anybody can make a pretty trailer because that's all the game companies do. If you make a pretty trailer, then you may be able to attract people to the game.
Yeah.
But that's basically what I feel like when I hear that. I think of. Have you ever watched Entourage?
Yep.
No, Entourage. So like when the movie Medellin was coming out,
Yeah.
like they were even before like they were going to release the movie. Like Ari Gold, the character Ari Gold was like he wasn't sure about the movie, and he was like, "This movie might be garbage." But then they were like, "Can you make a bomb trailer?" Like, yeah, and they made a bomb trailer, so it
Yeah.
got people intrigued. But then the actual movie came out, and it wasn't what people expected.
Right.
That's
That's right. That's what a lot of companies do. Like, you're not gonna get that gameplay, so it's like, how do you do this? We make a pretty trailer.
But I
and Van's
mean,
right about the World War setting. I think that World War One and Two setting. I feel like now, Van, you're right. It worked with one, but now it's time. Like it's almost like okay, that World War One, World War Two, it's kind of played out, man. Like we don't need to see that again. You just did that with Battlefield One for 2 years. They
yeah.
took a year off and just focused on Battlefield One.
Oh
So
shit! I forgot about that. It's been 2 years.
yeah, it's like why are you still in that setting? And then they got the whole prosthetic arm and the female lead. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about Battlefield. Um, personally, to me, it's a better and more realistic game than Call of Duty, but people are gonna run to Call of Duty more than they will Battlefield just because it's funner to play.
I don't know. It's been vice versa.
Yeah,
The past few
it's been
years, but
mixed.
I mean, I think World at War kind of changed things around a little bit for Call of Duty, which was good.
Yeah.
World at War was an improvement for Call of Duty, but I'm hearing people kind of shitting on Black Ops 4 right now.
It's been mixed. It's been mixed because the same thing you said with the whole Titanic and the whole people loving the zombies aspect. People are like, oh my god, the zombies looks like the most appealing thing of this game.
Yeah.
There's no campaign, so people are heated about that.
Mm-hmm.
But they do have a battle royale, which they're gonna show us more. People want to see it, but
They don't have
that's what
campaign in Call of Duty, really?
no, this Call of Duty has no campaign at
Like
all.
that's the purpose of Black Ops, though. Like
I
Black
know.
Ops is
Wait, this none?
There's no campaign, man. They're taking the campaign out.
I don't like that.
Okay.
Black
They're
Ops
cleaning
Black
it up.
Ops has the best storyline.
That's what I said. I said
Right.
the same thing, and they actually stuck to it. Even when they went to the future, they still stuck to it. But this one, they said nope, focusing on the multiplayer, the zombies, and the battle royale mode coming out.
Well.
So
Yeah.
now, Kyle, that's where I have the problem is during the conversation we have is if you're going to remove an entire feature that's core to a game for me to be able to play by myself, put in a battle royal, like, yeah, no, that I don't agree with.
Yeah, me either.
I mean, like, Fortnite is designed on the prospects of battle royale, even though it has the other features. PUBG, same thing. But like, not Call of Duty. Like, you're taking battle royale and adding it to what you already have. Like, don't
Not
take
Black
something
Ops.
away in order to do that. You know?
Yeah.
I agree.
And that's why, when you get into things like, that are getting super popular, like Battle Royale, and then stuff like that can happen. It's like, yeah, we're going to give you Battle Royale, but now we're taking away campaign.
Yeah.
People want to play campaign. It's been pretty much shown within the last few years that single player games are very, very dominant still, or very prominent. But just like look at who won Game of the Year, Breath of the Wild, but who are the top contenders? Zelda, Horizon, Mario, all single player games. PUBG was up there, but and had a lot of hype saying, "Oh, it might win," but realistically, had no shot.
Well, single player games were dying for a while too, so it's glad to see that's coming back.
The ratings according to all the Call of Duties, since Black Ops 2, the campaign's been dropping. The player base for campaign's been dropping significantly. So I get why they're doing it, but I agree with Van. It's Black Ops. Now, if it was the other series, I forget who makes. I always mix them up. Activision, Treyarch, whatever. But if it was the other series, I could see them skipping out on the campaign. But Black Ops, they've stuck to the campaign from the beginning and never changed it. Even when they went to the future, they still had like that was his grandfather, nephew, whatever. Like they still stuck to it. So for them to just take it out, don't charge me $60 for the game. Then I'm only playing for multiplayer. So give me make the game $45. Then if that's the case, I don't put it like this: PUBG's $35, Fortnite's free, H1 is free right now for the beta. So they're only multiplayer. So why am I paying full price for Call of Duty then?
It just makes you wonder if they're gonna do some DLC to add that. Because what game did they do that to? Oh, story mode they did in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, but you know what? I shouldn't have to pay DLC to get a campaign
Oh,
or a story mode.
well, story mode was free. But if they do that, like you can make it free. But the question is, will they?
Yeah.
That I with Call of Duty, honestly, I don't see them doing
Yeah.
because they're kind of in the cash cow, money hungry, grab as much cash as you can situation. So
Yeah.
I think Zombies is their campaign, man. I think that's their focus. They're putting so much detail and effort into the zombies. Like, come on, man, Titanic.
If they can make it like it's campaign, then okay. But I just don't see how that's possible.
Yeah, me either. I don't agree with it, especially being Call of Duty. I remember when Call of Duty first came out, 1 and 2, and everyone was talking about how dope the story was. Like, yo, did you see that part when you're going through the tunnels and it blows up? And now it's just online. So I mean, I agree with Kyle on that. That's the only thing I hate about this battle royale crap. If you're gonna take away from, that's like Red Dead all of a sudden saying we're done with the campaign. We're gonna focus on the multiplayer. I would destroy them. I would be beyond pissed. So I don't agree with them doing it, but it's Call of Duty. What can we expect?
Yeah. Yeah.
not much at this point. Seriously, that's why I stopped playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean, I stopped playing Call of Duty a long time ago, but I mean, I've always been a huge fan of the Black Ops, but even like 3, I was just like,
That's when I stopped.
But all right, well, let's get back into our purpose, E3. So I just wanted to make sure that I got a little bit to the news. You know what? Let me check real quick. Oh yeah, that's right. Also, should I do it?
The countdown?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna
And
do.
we have the draw. Oh wait, you don't do that.
Yeah, I don't do the demo.
Party poop.
All right, so to the EA conference, we have 15 days, 9 hours, 38 minutes. Microsoft conference, 16 days, 21 hours, and 38 minutes. Bethesda, 17 days, 3 hours, and 8 minutes. Square Enix, 17 days, 18 hours, 38 minutes. Ubisoft, 17 days, 21 hours, and 37 minutes. The PC Gaming Show, 17 days, 23 hours, 37 minutes. I think they added some conferences to this. I don't think Bethesda was on this. Sony conference, 18 days, 2 hours, 37 minutes. Nintendo, 18 days, 17 hours, and 37 minutes. And E3, the show floor, 18 days, 20 hours, and 37 minutes.
18 hours? I'm in.
I know, right? So, yeah.
A little more than 2 weeks.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. So
we're getting there, boys.
I'm just going to check gaming news and see what we have here.
Oh man, I can't believe E3 is close. Yeah, it's so much.
Wait. I cannot wait. It's going to be quite interesting this year.
Yeah, we should definitely talk about what we know is going to be there, and then we hope's there. And
I'm hearing already some Kingdom Hearts 3 hype.
Yeah. I was gonna. I had to talk about that one, Kyle. I had to see that.
Oh, I know.
They showed the off-screen play. When was it? Last week. They showed that little off-screen play that they let a few. That was really cool. They did that. Anyone that was like obsessive with Kingdom Hearts, like you were on Twitter or you had a YouTube page or any of that, they invited those people. They took a select group. They invited them out to play Kingdom Hearts with hands-on. They let them play at any world they wanted to out of the worlds, but they only could play one. And then they got like some cool collectibles to bring home. That was pretty cool. They did that for their fans. But they did say a release date will happen with E3, which is major that they finally give a release date with Kingdom Hearts. I just hope it's this year.
Oh my God! If they don't say this year, oh my God!
The game looks complete. I mean, it looks done.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't understand why not, but it's Square Enix, guys. And what Van taught me a few years ago, one thing about Square Enix is never get your hopes up until that game is in your hands. And I've
Yeah.
been like that ever since.
So the news is very small. PS4 is entering the end of its life cycle, supposedly, but they said that 80 million units worldwide, its total sales were. Tomorrow is the release of Detroit Become Human.
Yes.
And PS4 gets an official Elite style controller for $200.
I want that controller so bad. It's literally the Xbox controller. It's literally the Xbox controller.
Yeah, I'm not a
Oh
fan.
yeah, that one. Yeah, I don't know if I'm shelling out 200 again. for
That's too
another
much money.
Elite
I'm not paying
controller.
$200 for no controller, but I do
No.
want that controller.
No, I'm not paying $200.
It's ugly, but I like the where the thumbsticks are.
Yeah, I'm not paying that. So.
I ain't paying.
All right, so it's time to get into Nintendo E3 conference. So, do you want to break us into song and dance? Kyle, you want to start us off?
Kyle's about to break dance.
I mean, do I have to do the Mario Odyssey song?
Go ahead.
Please don't.
I can't. I can't do that.
It's time to jump up in the air.
I love the extra thing that it allowed you to do during that, but like the song itself, I'm just like, it's not a bad song or anything like that. It's just like I don't want to hear the song anymore.
Yeah, it's very.
When you hear it 95 times, yeah, you want to be like, all right,
Yeah, I'm like, okay, no more,
I'm done.
no more. Please stop, please stop.
We gotta think of a new hype. We could do like the Metroid, like Super Metroid intro noise. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Or you could do Smash Brothers. What was it, Brawl? Can't get no more epic than that, man. Still the best theme for Smash. I'm just saying it. Man, tell the people at PCG I said it.
That was probably the best. That was probably the only good thing Brawl has over all the other ones. Was the theme.
But go ahead, Kyle, get us into it.
Oh damn. Oh wow. So much Nintendo can throw out at us this year. And here please protect me.
That theme was so scary, bro. It's like a horror movie was coming. Like, Metro was dark.
Yeah, it was pretty dark.
Metroid has always been creepy.
I know.
Metroid has always been creepy. So, but anyway, so much stuff. See, they have a laundry list of games that they can still throw at us, like with dates and stuff.
So, Kyle, what do you think? What do you think is going to be shown? Is the better question, because I know with this type of thing with Nintendo, we can go all over the place with Nintendo. What do you think is? What are you sure is going to be shown? I think we should all go through what 100% sure will be shown.
100%, we're seeing Yoshi, and we're seeing Smash.
Yoshi.
That I know for sure.
Yeah, that's
I think we should get at least some sort of update with Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to show anything with Metroid. I mean, because you think about it, it's been a year since they were like, it's now in development. But it's weird because it doesn't feel like it was a year. It feels like it was just yesterday that they said that. But it's been a year. So I'm wondering, do we see something with Pokemon and Metroid? Because Nintendo's all over Game Freak trying to get that Pokemon game out. The second that game comes out, it's a wrap for everybody else. I'm sorry.
So something that Nintendo did last year, which was the first time that they've ever did anything like this, which I thought was spectacular, was they had no plans on saying anything about certain games. So, for example, Pokemon, Metroid, or whatever. But they made it a point, because of all the rumors and all the talk and everyone wanted to hear about it. They made it a point to announce that the games were coming. And that is nothing like Nintendo. That's not Nintendo at all to do something like that. So it seems like with this Nintendo Switch era, it's just Nintendo's a new breed, in some sort of a sense, because there's still Nintendo. Certain things they're still doing Nintendo old ways, which is whatever. But that part of it I like in the sense of So that gives me the sense that during this E3, they're going to provide something, whether it's an image, a little video, a teaser, or just saying, again, we're working on it, maybe showing some artwork or something like that. I have the sense that they are going to show something, and that gives me confidence of what they did last year.
I think they'll show a little more when it comes to Metroid. Because Metroid, they showed, they had a trailer. And they with Samus's symbol, with the screw attack.
Yep.
They made a point again, they made a point, like Van said, with showing it, saying, it's coming. And I think it's not even just like the Switch era. I think it's just the era that we're in now with because all the leaks that come out and everything. Like maybe they were just like, we don't want this getting leaked to people. We
I
want
agree.
this announced.
I
Right?
agree.
So
I agree 100% with that.
like I didn't hear anything about a Metroid or a Pokemon last year. I don't know if you did,
Nah,
Andre, but I didn't.
not at
So
all.
I'm sitting there watching, and then they're like, "Oh, Pokemon for the Switch." I went like,
Wow.
"Holy moly, what the frick?" And it was just like nonchalant how Game Freak did it, but it was like huge news. I went, "Oh my god, a Pokemon for the Switch? Like everybody's gonna go get that.
Yeah.
People are gonna buy the Switch specifically to play Pokemon." I know
That's it.
so many people that play Pokemon. They will specifically buy it for the Switch. Buy that for a Switch. I mean, for Pokemon. So
I
they
agree.
did that, and then all of a sudden they're just like, "Here's the next game." Boom, and it was a Metroid trailer. So talk about going from like here and staying up there because that's how high as you can be. The highest of high with Pokemon, you're staying up there because they showed Metroid.
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable. I almost jumped out of my seat. Our buddy Albert was sitting right next to me when we were doing that. And I just went, Metroid, after I saw Pokemon, and it was unbelievable. They absolutely crushed it just with the announcement. So I think we'll see something a little bit more with Metroid, but I wouldn't expect like a main focus to be on Metroid or Pokemon this year because the main focus is going to be Smash.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They come out with 2018 and that first trailer. The main focus this year is going to be Smash, but we still got to get a release date for Yoshi
Yeah.
because I mean we haven't really heard anything about that. But I like the fact that it's running off the Unreal Engine, which is good because I've wanted to see Nintendo work with that engine and see what they can do with it. And Yoshi looks fantastic. It looks like an absolutely fantastic.
I call what they're doing with Yoshi. How do you say it? Now, when a movie's coming out, for instance, like when Deadpool became rated R, and it opened the door for all the other hero movies to become rated R, like Logan and them. I call Yoshi being the test ground for that. Now Yoshi being the test ground for that Unreal. If this works out great and people actually buying this or is getting good reviews, I think that they'll focus a lot on Unreal Engine with a lot more games.
It's not a test. Don't forget, Unreal's on a lot of games. It's not. It's new to Nintendo. That's why it became
No,
such
that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Right.
Like,
But
Nintendo's-
even then, like I don't think Unreal has to prove itself. I think the graphics are fantastic and it's gonna run fine on this system. That's one of the things about Unreal that's amazing. I mean, it's a free engine. Like anyone can get it. I mean, you have obviously the paid versions, but I mean, with that being said, I think it's more of how the companies are gonna work together in order to do this. But actually, no, it's not even the companies because Unreal doesn't. It's not even has to be involved. It's the companies that use Unreal. So it's whether Nintendo wants to use their engines for their games or not. So
That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
feel like if this is good, if it stays in that, like Kyle said, because I seen the gameplay of the Yoshi, and I'm just like, yo, it looks unbelievably like dope. Like that game Unravel, played that game Unravel with the little yarn character. I'm like, this game looks unbelievable. If Nintendo uses on some of their side scrolls, it will look dope. So for Yoshi to have that and come back that way, if it's successful, they can start saying, okay, now we can do what people have been asking for a little while now. Like, can you imagine? I wouldn't say Zelda in them, but maybe a game like Zelda with the Unreal, like it will look unbelievable. Because Yoshi's gonna look ridiculous when it's done. Watch, I'm telling you, that game's gonna be outrageous when it's done.
See, my whole thing, like with Unreal, and if they use it on Zelda, because everybody wants to see that. Everybody wants to see, you know, Zelda and Unreal together. My whole thing is, how big can you make it with that engine? Can you still make it like Breath of the Wild big using that engine
Oh yeah.
with pumping out all the graphics that it has on the Switch?
I think so.
I mean, like if you've used it on an Xbox One, yeah, it's gonna work.
But
like
everyone's
my
got to
thing is,
remember
will it work
too.
on a Switch?
Everyone's got to remember too. Like if you have a series already started with a certain engine and you put it into a new engine, it's not as simple as hey, I'm just gonna
Just swap
import
it
it
over.
over. Not everything is not everything, believe it or not, in this day and age is actually compatible. So
Yes.
sometimes you got to start over again, and there are certain things they're like if it's not broken, why fix it? Like these other engines are just as good as Unreal. It's just most people are familiar with Unreal. Like the Crysis engine is probably one of the most highest advanced engines for gaming engines. That's why they use games like they used to use, 'cause now they got other games that are better. Games like Crysis 3 to benchmark test graphic cards is because of
Yeah.
how advanced it was. So Unreal is just a very popular engine, and in most games you see use Unreal deal very detailed prospects of it, and that's only because it can do that much detail and use the less amount of space. So, but some people are just stubborn. They're like, if some people use Craftsman for their tools, they want to stick using Craftsman. Some people like using DeWalt drills, then they're gonna stick using DeWalt. Like it's just personal preference, I think, more than anything. So,
And you know what? I'm gonna make a semi-bold prediction when it comes to Nintendo right now. Just semi-bold, not a big one. I got the big one later. I think Metroid's gonna run off Unreal.
you think what Metroid?
I think Metroid Prime 4 is gonna run off Unreal Engine.
We talked about that last year. I don't
Yeah.
know if you remember, Kyle, when I told you that I think Metroid, which I was trying to save for later, so I don't really want to get into it. But you remember what I talked to you about last year with Metroid doing a big thing with multiplayer, and I feel that Unreal on Metroid would be perfect for it because it already the other Metroid Primes look already unbelievable, but to give it that extra polishing, oh my god, Unreal with that would help me.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think they'll utilize that engine because I think they need to do something. Because again, we haven't seen a Metroid game since other
Talk about it. Don't talk about it, Kyle.
it's in the safe. Yeah, but we haven't seen a Metroid game since the Wii.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, so they need a huge revamp. And I think using the Unreal Engine would be perfect at this point.
It would be
For Metroid. So.
it would be major right now.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime to come out with Unreal. That the beauty behind it. My only worry about Metroid, Kyle, which I don't think they'll do, just don't make it motion controlled. Like I do not make Metroid Prime motion control at all. You do that, I'm gonna be so pissed. Just leave it, man. Do not make that game motion control. I'm gonna be pissed, Kyle. I'm telling you.
I think
Did
it'll
we all
have
see
an
Star Fox? What
option
happened to Star Fox?
for like the gyro control because they did an update with Doom using the gyro controls as aiming. And I actually played Doom a little bit with the motion control, and it works pretty well for it. It works very well with Doom. So that might have just been a testing ground for when Metroid Prime comes out. You know, can you use gyro controls with Metroid Prime?
If it's an option, that's cool. If it's an option, I'm okay with that.
They'll use it as an option.
Yeah.
They won't make you. It won't be a mandatory thing where you're like, yeah, you have to use gyro controls in Metroid.
They did.
Which would, I mean, I'm fine with gyro controls. I like them. I use it in Splatoon all the time. But like, if a lot of people do not like the gyro controls, Van, example, doesn't like them. You don't like them. So if that's an option, cool. Make it an option. Don't make it mandatory for gyro controls because that will immediately bring it down.
Yeah, it's cool to add it. I mean, it's stupid to waste the money and technology and not have it in there. I think it's important to have it because I think it does bring that feel. You know what I mean? I think it's important to bring that feel into the games, considering you paid for the technology to do it. But you just can't force players to do that. If you do, you're gonna lose players. Like that's it.
Look at Star Fox is a perfect example.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about Star Fox.
It was so bad. That was
all time.
I know.
So
it would have been a good game if it was an option to use the Wii U like that. But Miyamoto showing it off that year when he was like, oh, keeping it secret in the background was like, yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. We got a definitive one coming. Get ready. Definitive Star Fox incoming.
Listen, I hope to God if they, I really do. That game, again, me and Van have talked about it. That game deserves a second life with no motion stuff. Just regular Star Fox.
It was a good game. It's just bad controllers. That's it.
I know. It deserves a second life on the Switch. That's what
it will get it. Get ready for that to be announced. I thought about it earlier yesterday. I said, Nintendo, they didn't really release nothing this year. All their games been definitive remasters. Fire Emblem and what do you call that game? Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. So I'm like, Hyrule Warriors, yeah. I'm like, all their games are gonna start hitting. What Nintendo's been doing lately, that they have a different approach. All their games are gonna be hitting. Most of their games are gonna be hitting this year. Not like Metroid and those games, but Smash is hitting this year.
Yep.
You know, we know we're getting that. All the other ones like Dark Souls, we know that's gonna hit this year, even though they delayed it. So we know what they're gonna deliver. But Smash, I guess for them is like big enough. And if they announce like the Star Fox definitive, that's big. Kyle, I'm gonna say it. I think Bayonetta 3 is happening. I think Bayonetta 3 is happening this year. I think it's gonna be announced at E3, and I think it's happening this year.
Whoa! Wait! Is that your bold prediction though?
No. I got a way bolder prediction. I don't feel like that's bold.
That's a bold prediction right there.
I don't think so. I feel like they showed us a little clip earlier this year, and Bayonetta 2 came out how many years ago? Like Bayonetta 3 is kind of due.
Well, no, you know it's confirmed they are doing Bayonetta 3, right? Nintendo announced they were doing already Bayonetta 3.
Yeah, they announced it's gonna come out this year, but
okay.
Yeah. I just think it's coming out this year. I'm almost certain, Kyle. Get ready.
I don't know.
I think
that
it's
one
possible.
I'm on the fence about.
I think it's possible. I think that they didn't want to announce the release date on the awards, but they wanted to announce that it existed and that it was coming. So I find it possible.
My whole thing says that was another now in development thing exclusively for the Switch, which that was the main thing because a lot of people were like, "Is it going to be on all systems?" Because that was a big rumor. But then it came out and said exclusively for the Switch. I was like,
good.
I was happy about that.
Yeah.
But like, it was another now in development. And my whole thing is, Metroid said now in development last June, whereas Bayonetta 3 said now in development this past December.
Yeah, but Bayonetta had a build already because Bayonetta 2 came out way back. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they give us both of the remasters this year to get people hyped up a little bit. But Bayonetta 3 came out. We don't know how long they've been working on it. It could say in development and mean they've been saying Kingdom Hearts in development for 15 years. So I mean, it can be literally this year. That would be just imagine if they announced that, Kyle. You know, that's the thing that I'm thinking about. If they announce Smash, which we know they're gonna do, and then they say, guess what else is coming out this year? Bayonetta, and give us a few definitive editions.
Smash will definitely come out this year.
Yeah, we're all certain of that.
Holiday season. Smash.
Yeah, Smash will be out holiday.
Yoshi.
That's the one that I'm like, Yoshi will get a release. Because they hyped it last year. And we haven't really seen much of it since last year. But I feel like that Yoshi will get a release date. As far as everything else, Smash will get a release date for holiday. I think it might just say holiday. I don't know if we'll actually get a release date this time.
They always say holiday with Smash. Yeah. That's their thing, holiday.
You know, and the other thing too is I feel like Nintendo is going to do a small event before E3 because they still have to talk about all those other games that they showed off in the past.
Like
their past direct.
Octopath Traveler.
Octopath Traveler. Oh, they got a release date for that, so I'm sure they're going to talk more about Octopath.
Yeah, that's coming out this year. What else?
Sushi Striker comes out next month.
Sushi Striker. They're going to show a lot of that because that's going to be a little tournament type game that they're going to run.
But I don't think they're going to show Sushi Striker at E3. That's why I think they're going to do an event prior to E3 so they can like talk about game because nobody's going to want to hear about Sushi Striker. I love the game's great. I played it at PAX.
Kyle, don't
be shocked at
Nintendo. Kyle, do not be shocked at Nintendo.
E3's in been doing really well for indie games lately.
Yeah,
Oh
Nintendo,
no, I know that, but I don't think they're gonna do like a huge
he
emphasis.
thinks like a main focus.
No.
But
Oh,
but
God, no.
but Nintendo has done like, don't forget what they did with 3DS a few years ago with the Pokemon games, and
Yeah.
what they did with Zelda Breath of the Wild, where they only focus. They're not doing that this year. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying don't be surprised if we get a 15-minute. Sometime that happens. As much as we don't like it, sometime it happens when they have a game that they have to. They're like filler games to
Yeah.
hold you until the big games come out. You know what I mean? So
Right.
don't be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, like games that are coming out in June, I think they'll talk about a little bit. Like that's why I really think they're gonna do like a pre-direct, like Sushi Striker, like Mario Tennis Aces.
Oh yeah, when's that come out?
June. End of June comes out.
They'll show a
so
little bit of that.
they'll show a little bit of it. They'll talk about it. Trying to think of what other game. Like, but games like SNK Heroines, even
Yeah.
though I didn't like it when I played it, like they're still gonna talk about things like that.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is, like, a lot of people aren't talking about this. What are they gonna bust out for third party? Because they're already kind of setting the tone. They've already set the tone with RE7.
Well, what's been happening? That's big, by the way. We gotta talk about that. But what they've been doing a lot lately, developers and stuff are now coming out and they're openly telling you that this game won't be on the Switch. Call of Duty's done it. Assassin's Creed's done it. So I mean, they didn't like you're really missing out.
They're gonna talk about Dragon with Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Remake of Monster Hunter.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
And that's a big one because the one that they're doing is the one from overseas, Japan.
Yeah, that's true too. I forgot all about that. They have to give something on that because we don't even know what it is technically. We've seen the trailer, but we know Monster Hunter World's been amazingly successful. Like Monster Hunter World has been so successful. So we'll see how this does, being only on the Switch. But you like Monster Hunter World, man?
I don't know. I don't know if it's my type of game. Like I played the beta, I mean, I've never got the chance to play Monster Hunters. And that's the thing. Like, I think that's the type of game that I need to be portable to play. It's way too much playing.
It is. I played halfway through and got tired of it. But yeah, they definitely. I agree with you on that, man. I forgot about that. They're putting a focus on that, definitely. Like I said, Kyle, I think they're gonna put a focus on Bayonetta 3 because I think that's gonna be a game come out this year. Metroid and Pokemon, no. But like Van said, the one cool thing Nintendo did last year was showing even behind the scene artwork was already big. I think that Pokemon and Metroid are not this year, but they will have gameplay trailers on them finally, like actual showing a full, like a little battle with Metroid, how they go through a little level real quick. And I think they're gonna announce that it's gonna be Pokemon All Stars, which is gonna be like Pokemon Stadium, but All Stars with all the Pokemon generations in it. That's what I'm predicting for their Pokemon game.
No, I mean,
I think we're gonna get a full-fledged Pokemon game.
Right, yeah. We're getting a full-fledged Pokemon game. I think they'll have an aspect of that game that's like Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah.
But we're getting a full-fledged RPG Pokemon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that will be the game that challenges. If it comes out this year, which I'm not saying it will, if it does come out this year, that will be the game to challenge God of War. But for Game of the Year, but whatever year that comes out, that will win Game of the Year. Definitely, if it's not.
Yeah, like I told Andre earlier, man.
No, I heard it. I heard it.
Oh yeah, I was about to say people are gonna buy the Switch for Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. If they say something about holiday, because that's Nintendo's favorite line, if they say something about holiday, I'm gonna tell you right now, every parent mind will be prepared to be broke. Because just remember, you can't just get one Switch for that. Van, poor me, we got kids, so your kid's gonna say, I want the new Pokemon game. Well, guess what?
Think of it this way, right? Pokemon Go, which is a bad Pokemon game. Like, it's not even a good game. It's not, never mind, a good Pokemon game. Yet, and I'm not making fun of people that play it because I was attached to it. The game was broken. The game is still broken, and people still play it. It's a bad game. Everything about it that could be wrong is wrong with that game. Yet everyone still plays it a lot. I still see gatherings at Pokestops. Like, I'm like, people are still playing this fucking game. Like, I stopped because it was never the GPS on it after like the first update, it was just so messed up. So I stayed off it. And that was frustrating enough because I mean that affects everything. So, but I was addicted to that game for a while, and I just got to a point where I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. So that was a bad game. So just imagine when the real Pokemon game come out, man, people are gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
over. It's
pretty much.
It would be over, man. Let them announce that. I doubt it's this holiday, but I'm just saying if they announce that thing in this holiday, whenever they announce it, it could be next holiday. When they announce that game, if it's during that Christmas time, every parent's gonna be in line just for a Switch because their kids are gonna rip their ears off. Mom, please, Dad, please, Mom, please, Dad. It's gonna be a wrap. RPG Pokemon, it's a wrap.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad for everybody.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We broke, but like I'm just wondering, like getting back to third party, what are they gonna bust out for third party? I think like a small announcement they may make as far as like with Wolfenstein coming out.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna do what they did with Bayonetta. I think they'll do what they did with Bayonetta. They're gonna have a digital copy of like New Order to come
Yeah.
out. So if you didn't play New Order,
We played on
maybe Old Blood, I'm not sure because Old Blood technically is DLC. But I think they'll do something as far as digital New Order
I think
for
we get some
the
more
Switch.
ports, Kyle. I do think we'll get some more ports. Third party. I think we'll get some. I don't know what, but I can see a Diablo on the Switch.
Mhm.
Why not? There's no way it couldn't work. Me personally wouldn't care, but for someone that wants to play Diablo on the go, that'd be pretty major. There was rumors about it, so
Just Dance.
we'll see.
So a huge rumor I've been hearing for the last few months, and people keep thinking that it's a definite thing, but it could happen because the game is actually really old at this point. But Grand Theft Auto 5,
For
It could
Switch?
happen.
Uh,
Yeah,
it could happen. I mean, they put LA Noir on
that's true.
there, and that was a sign that was like, all right, Rockstar is willing to work with Nintendo now. So it's a possibility that GTA 5 could be on the Switch. My whole thing is it too late at this point?
It's too late.
with
If you ask me,
GTA?
it's too late. I think I mean it's not too late for them to definitely do it. There's still a possibility that they'll do it, but I mean, dude, it's like almost it's like 6 years old. Like
Yeah, but it's still selling
Right.
so big. Then that game.
it's
That
still
game
the
is
number
still.
one selling game. I get that, but it's not selling enough that you can now add it to another system because it's on its way out. Because Grand Theft Auto 6 is on its way. I wouldn't be surprised if
Red
we
Dead
hear
is on its way.
something. I wouldn't.
Red Dead is on its way, so that's gonna pretty much put GTA on the back. That's what Rockstar does.
Mhm.
They switch between Red Dead, GTA. They switch back. That's what they're gonna do. Red Dead's gonna be the next focus for the next 6-7 years. Then a GTA down the road. That's how they do.
I bet you we get a new Spyro.
A
A
what?
new Spyro
Yeah.
on the Switch?
Yep.
Well, we already know it's coming out on Xbox and PS4, but we don't know about the Switch.
Yep.
I'm about to say I know the the definitive edition like Crash Bandicoot,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I'm actually looking at the direct from March. Like, yeah, I know that one. It's coming out only for PlayStation this year, but I know it's going to be released for the other ones next year for Spyro.
It comes out on Xbox the same day. I'm not gonna play it, but it does come out on Xbox the same day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the Switch, that'd be cool. Like I said, to me, Crash being on the go is better than being on my screen because I still want to play it, but I don't have time to sit in front of my TV and play Crash all day.
Right.
So, but it being on the go is pretty cool. And then Spyro being on the go, that would be really dope. So
Mhm.
I can feel that one. I can feel that one.
Yeah. I think it's just,
That's a quite interesting one. That is an interesting one. Spyro on Switch, new one.
PlayStation doesn't
Cool.
care about their old exclusives. They only focus on their new ones. That's why Crash and Spyro and them are going because they don't care.
Right.
They're focused on their new IPs right now. So.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, You got me. You got me all like woo right now with that one. Trying to think what else. I mean, actually, yeah, because I was looking at the direct. Do we get a release date for Undertale?
Oh yeah,
on
forgot
the
about
Switch?
Oh, I forgot they even said anything about Undertale.
Yep, that's why I went back and checked because I was like, what were all the games that they talked about at the direct in March?
We'll get one at E3. We'll get a release date.
Think we got a release date?
Because I don't
Okay.
think there's a release date on that. So we'll get one at E3.
Yeah, and
State of
there's
Decay-
also the. Oh, go ahead, man.
No, I was just gonna say I don't know. I was just kind of talking. I think Undertale's got like one of the best themes.
Yeah, that's a pretty dope thing.
Like
That's
for that time, like that's Sonic. Remember that whole conversation?
Yep.
I'm
That's
still gonna have Sonic number one music of all
that's
time.
that's
Oh,
Sonic.
geez. That's another. Ooh, I just thought about this one. Okay, because we got to talk about this, obviously. Smash. Who's the next big character?
Sora. I'm 100% sure. Kyle, laugh. You can laugh.
No, I'm not laughing, but I'm just like, whoa.
No, it's Sora. I'm 200% sure Sora's gonna be in Smash. Watch. I'm not even gonna talk about it. Sora from Kingdom Hearts will be in Smash. That's
Van,
all.
I gotta get your take on this. You are the fighting guy.
Can I take the easy way out? Splatoon? Is that cheating?
Nah, go ahead.
What would be the easy way out?
Yeah, Splatoon.
Man, that's the cakewalk way. That ain't even easy.
But it was already announced.
Hey, Kyle, do we get an ARMS character?
Yes. I think we get Springman.
Yeah.
Or
He'll
whatever
replace
his name
Little
is.
Mac. He'll replace Little Mac. They'll take Little Mac out and they'll put Springman there.
No.
No, Little Mac will still be there.
All right. They'll definitely not keep everybody. They're not known to do that. And they limit their roster. So
I don't like that, Van. I don't like that.
Little Mac is definitely not one that they'll keep. Little Mac is a very bad character. I mean, unless they add him and do something different, but I think Little Mac was like a spontaneous thing, and I don't see them keeping him.
Yeah.
I don't see them. What did somebody say? Oh, ARMS. I don't see any ARMS characters coming in. I think definitely, obviously, it's going to be Splatoon. I think you may see some characters from Zelda. Another character from Zelda, should I say?
Zelda.
I don't think. What can they add from Breath of the Wild? There was no one to really add, Kyle.
One of the fish people.
Oh yeah, they could add a few of the characters he met on the journey, but no one that stood out like, oh, this character be dope. I don't know who.
No, I don't see any of like the champions being in the game.
They don't need to be.
No, there's no.
I think we'll get Cappy Mario instead of regular Mario. We'll get
we're definitely getting Cappy Mario.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Let me see.
Can I throw one out? Can I throw a third party one out there?
Uh-oh.
Can I throw it out there?
Go ahead.
It's kind of a safe one, but not really.
Go ahead.
Shovel Knight.
No. His animation style doesn't fit like at all.
So doesn't Game & Watch doesn't either.
So one of my favorite things about when people try to predict characters is everyone shoots like for like the most insane picks ever because you never know. Like
but I mean, don't think that's an insane pick.
I think it is. I think Shovel Knight. I think that's.
You think Shovel Knight's an insane pick?
Yeah.
I don't think it's insane because Cloud was an insane pick and he ended up being.
But again, that's why I think people go all the way insane because like Cloud. Like where the hell, like Cloud?
Did you see Ben, have you ever seen on the website that they have where they have the top voted characters to be in Smash? Do you see who number one is for the past like 8 years?
Yeah, they'll never get it. People haven't realized when you tell Nintendo what you want,
they're not giving it to you.
You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it. If you tell Nintendo what you want,
I haven't, but I guarantee I know who number one is.
Who's number one, Kyle?
Goku.
Yep.
Yeah.
It will never happen.
No, it'll never happen.
It will never. happen.
I don't want Goku in.
Like,
I don't want Goku in.
it will never happen.
No.
I agree, man. I agree. That's not happening.
It
That's
will
one character.
never happen.
That's one character that's just not happening. Now, I told you guys, I think it was right before Crash got announced, that Crash would be in Smash. I can see Crash being in, and now with Crash being on Switch, I feel like there's no reason to put Crash in. But then again, Crash could be a pretty dope character in Smash. So
I think Crash is realistic.
yeah,
I think Crash is realistic. Steve from Minecraft.
No.
Think about it. Think
And
about
you
it. It's
think Shovel
possible.
Knight doesn't
No,
fit.
no, it's possible. What new license did Nintendo pick up?
they do have Minecraft.
They
No.
just made
No.
they made that deal a couple years ago. I would think Steve is more realistic because of how Steve is more popular than Shovel Knight.
Well, yes.
Because it's Minecraft.
Which means if he is, and people are asking for him, we're not gonna get him.
But nobody's
We'll get
asking
Shovel
for him
Knight.
though. Nobody's asking. People want Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight's been on that list.
Yeah, Shovel Knight's been on there. And I'm gonna tell you guys now. I know just because how many times Phil Spencer said it. I know Banjo will be on there probably later as DLC. But I know,
Oh my God. And you want to talk about extreme picks?
yeah, but that's because Phil Spencer actually said it.
No.
He's
Phil
actually
Spen-
said he wants to put them on Smash. Like he would let Nintendo put Banjo on Smash.
Andre, Phil Spencer said a lot of
I know.
That's
I'm
just
being
having-
honest. I'm just saying don't be surprised. I ain't saying this gonna happen. I'm just saying don't be surprised. It's Banjo.
Oh. Yo, if Banjo Kazooie is in Smash, I'll lose.
Okay.
And we're gonna have the reaction.
Hey, what you said?
I said Master Chief.
Yeah, right. That's when you jump out the window.
Master Chief. That's what I'm going
Master
with.
Chief
That's
would-
like me saying Nathan.
Yeah, let's just stop.
Kratos.
Stop it.
Are we just saying names? No?
Just stop.
No?
Fat Princess. To think of every character that was in PlayStation All Stars. We'll just say their name.
Yeah, Smash is an interesting thing to cover because in Smash 4 they announced so many characters that you would never have seen coming. I feel like Cloud and the Bayonetta and the other girl from Bayonetta and the person from Fire Emblem, it was just like this is getting a little too crowded. Let's see what happens. Can they give us?
If they throw, I'm not even. If they put any more Fire Emblem characters
Yeah, they need to stop.
in Smash, I'm going to lose my mind. The only reason now that I finally know what these characters are like is because I've played over 100 hours of Fire Emblem Warriors.
Don't say it.
Five.
Just trying to stop you.
Over 100 hours of it.
Nah, no more. I agree, Kyle. Give us Roy back. Stop giving us all these new characters. Give us freaking Roy. He hasn't been in
Marcus
Smash since Melee.
Phoenix.
Roy was in the last.
He was in the last one.
Yes, he was.
He
There were
was.
two. Yes. I have the amiibo. Do I gotta run upstairs to get the amiibo?
Was he like a costume or like
Van,
actual?
keep it going. I'm going to get the amiibo.
Nah, you don't gotta get the amiibo. I'm trying to think. Vin, was Roy in
Oh
Smash?
no, I'm going to get it now.
Adam Phoenix.
Oh my god. I'll be back.
What? That's not believable?
No, that's not believable.
No? Colonel Victor Hoffman, maybe?
Hell no. Coltrane.
Mm-hmm.
Vin, Roy was in Smash?
Franklin?
He said Franklin.
Franklin? Griffin?
Vin, Roy was in Smash 4?
Yeah.
I did not know Roy was in Smash 4. I thought
Almost
they-
every Fire Emblem main character was in Smash 4.
Stupid. They're overdoing Fire Emblem in Smash.
Yeah, on Smash 4 they did. They had Corrin, Roy, Marth, who's the one that does the Lucina, the one that does the wizard one. They had 5 characters. 5.
He's right there, Andre.
Yeah, Van already told me.
Grab my camera.
I'm sorry, I
Right
wasn't paying
there.
attention. I was saying Gears of War characters. Otherwise,
There
I would have debated that argument.
Was Ike in this Smash too?
Yes, Ike. Ike
Yep.
was in it. Yep.
See, that's too many Fire Emblem. See, I agree with you.
So
Kyle.
then
That's
there
too
was
many.
6. So there was 6.
That's too much. It's way too much.
You know who they're gonna
Yeah,
add?
there was read off it again. There was what? Marth, Roy, Ike, Corrin,
Cena.
Lucina, and there was somebody else. I can't think of it. I know there was somebody else though. I just saw them all upstairs too in my amiibo.
Hold
Yeah.
on, I'll give you
There was Corin, Marth, Lucina. They were supposed to add Crom. Thank God they didn't.
Everyone's been dying for Chrome though.
Moth,
Vance
Roy,
said,
Ike, Robin, Lucina, Corin.
Robin.
That's
Robin was the
what-
one that I couldn't think of.
Yep.
That's too
Robin.
much. You're getting out of hand. Like that's too much.
Yeah, so 6 characters.
6
in total.
Fire Emblem because they wanted to promote Fire Emblem and they wanted people to buy the game that had just came out.
What would you guys think if? Are you okay over there, Kyle?
I'm ready. You right?
You guys ready for this?
I'm listening.
What if
I'm bracing.
they added Marvel characters?
Never happened.
Oh, I don't know.
No. Stop.
I could see
Stop.
Spider-Man,
I don't know, Kyle.
No.
Iron Man,
No.
I don't know.
Thanos. Thanos is like a Ganon type player.
No. Knock
him,
it off.
Give him
Stop.
Ganon movies. I mean, is that too far of a stretch?
First, yes, only because there's too many. There is a lot.
But there's
So,
a lot of Mario characters, and they haven't added all the Mario characters.
Yeah,
Do
only
we? All right. Let's finish this topic because then I got somebody. I got a group of people that deserve their shine that won't get their shine. But I don't know. I don't believe Marvel is too far away. I don't think it's gonna happen. But if it did happen, I wouldn't be like, wow, that's out of left field. I'm gonna be like, okay.
I'm just saying Cloud happened. After Cloud, I feel like that's why when Kyle's Shovel Knight, I don't see him, but I can't doubt anything. Cloud happened.
I
all
remember my first
characters.
reaction when they did Cloud. I think I walked out of the lounge. Like I was just confused. I didn't know how. I was just as soon as they released that name, I was like, well, I know who I'm only gonna play. Like nobody
That's your
else
favorite
matters.
character of all time, Vince. When you heard that and you said you walked out, was your reaction, I'm just so happy, or was it more like a how?
Like I just could. I don't know. It's a mix of a lot of different things. But actually, Sephiroth's my favorite character. And that's who I was really like. If they said Cloud, I was hoping Sephiroth would be the next one. But now they've opened up that door. I'm just like I'm waiting for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll see.
So is this the one that they give props and they give all due respect to Waluigi?
I hope so. I really hope so.
Is he not due?
He is overdue.
How about Rosa? Is it Rosa? Is the other like the other Princess Peach? Not Rosa.
Rosalina.
Not because Rosalina's in the game.
Oh, you talking about Daisy?
Daisy.
No, Daisy's kind of in it too, though. You can change her color to Daisy from Peach. Nah. Waluigi's overdue, Kyle. I know you can agree with that. Waluigi's well overdue. Hello?
Like,
I just stepped away for a second.
I was wondering why it froze. Kyle, can you hear me?
Kyle, you still there?
Can you hear me, Kyle?
Mario. Hello.
Yeah, there you are.
Oh, there you go.
Are you messing around with anything, Kyle? Like, are you playing with like rapping? Anything rapping? Oh,
He's freezing.
I think you're freezing up, Kyle. Yeah, he's freezing up. I didn't realize that.
Man, Waluigi's long overdue for a daggone Smash game.
Yeah, we need him. We need him. I would take him over Wario. I like because
agree.
Wario's been in it. So let's see Waluigi. I love to see Waluigi. Is there any other Mario characters that you would like to see?
Man, I like to see Toad, man. Toad's always been my boy.
Now we want to talk about long overdue. You know what I mean?
Toad got his little Captain Toad treasure tracker in Mario Kart, but other than that, Toad gets no love. He's been there since the beginning of time.
He's still freezing.
Yo, Kyle, all we heard was Toad. And then it froze. What about
Oh,
Birdo,
no,
man?
no. Stop with the
I think you're getting a bad internet connection, my friend. I don't know.
Hey, Vin, what about Birdo?
Birdo?
The pink Yoshi.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. He was
I
Yoshi
don't
before Yoshi was Yoshi.
True that. I don't see that happening. I don't feel like they don't need a
Toad. I think if there's anyone that needs to be in it out of anyone, it's probably Toad.
It's Toad.
It's poor Toad. Poor Toad.
Man, Toad been getting underplayed for years. Him and Waluigi since Waluigi's been introduced. Waluigi gets no love.
They should give us a Yoshi's Yarn Yoshi.
That'd be dope.
I think that would
That would
be. I think that would be cool. I'd love to see a Yoshi's Yarn.
That would be hot, bro. That would be hot.
Do they replace some of the Pokemon with new Pokemon?
Yeah, they always do.
They get rid
always
of
give, like,
Greninja and I'm trying to think what else is it? Keep Charizard. I feel like you have to keep Charizard and Pikachu. Do you bring Ice Climbers back?
That's a big question. That now I'm not a professional Smash player, but I've heard people complain about the ice climbers. I guess.
Well, I mean,
But it's
because they're broken in melee.
yeah.
I mean,
Bring
you
them
got the
back.
wobble, but you got to be really good. They're very hard to be good at, so it's not just like, oh yeah, someone can pick it up and be good at it. So it's not like that, but yeah, you gotta. If the hardware can handle it, I say they do it because that was the problem with the DS. The DS couldn't handle all if everyone picked ice climbers.
Yeah.
So
Nah, I agree with that. Ice climbers. I think that's how you start off the trailer. They show at E3 or gameplay, whatever. Have them ice climbers in there because that's pretty big. Ice climbers were huge, man.
do you know another character that everybody wants to see in Smash?
I remember seeing Goku. I remember seeing Crash. I remember Banjo. Who else did I see on there? Sora. I don't know another one.
Wolf.
Oh yeah, Wolf. I forgot all about him. Wolf was pretty dope. He's just a slower version of Fox, but stronger. I like Wolf.
Yeah.
I like Wolf and Van. I hope, man, help me. I hope they bring back a story mode. Not like Brawl. More like, was it Melee that had like the classic and adventure mode type thing?
I think it was Melee.
Yeah, bring that back, man. Not that subspace crap. God help me. But bring it back. Bring it back.
What about Knuckles?
Oh my God, you just took what I was about to say. Dang, man. Dang it, man. I hate when you say something before I say it. You know that.
The dude from Dark Souls, people are asking for him and his isn't his
Hello?
There we go.
hey
Sorry.
I missed you.
My internet is all screwy right now. I don't know what the hell is going
Hey, Kyle, Van just said a prediction that me and you should have said earlier.
on. Uh-oh, which is what?
He said he thinks that, what if they bring in Knuckles?
I think that's realistic. No?
Oh yeah, that's really realistic.
They brought Sonic. I think
Knuckles and Tails?
I think Knuckles is more realistic than Tails, only because Knuckles is more looking like more of a Smash looking fighter than Tails is.
Knuckles would be the Captain Falcon Ganondorf
Hey,
Max style.
There is no such thing as a Smash looking because look at you got Villager. You have you know what I mean?
That was a stupid statement.
Well, no, it's not stupid, but I know what you're talking about because that's how most people pick their players. Is they're like, hey, he's like a fighter, but that's what will make them not pick certain people. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be surprised they pick Tails because he's different. Like Knuckles, yes, you can get a unique fight style out of him, but who would you get a more unique fighting style? Tails, because Tails is known to be.
Technique.
I bet you he would be more defensive than anything.
Yeah, exactly. And he uses gadgets. Don't forget, Tails is always a gadget type person, so he'll be like the villager pretty much.
What about yeah, I believe that. What about Doctor whatchamacallit?
Zero?
Yeah.
Sorry, I got Dragon Ball in the mind.
Dr.
You talking about Eggman?
Yeah.
Too tall.
Oh man.
He's too tall. The thing
Too
about Eggman
tall.
is,
Dude,
Too
Ganon's
tall.
like 10 feet tall.
Right.
but
Wait a minute.
Eggman doesn't have like. I think that's why they didn't put Waluigi in. Their figure is so awkward. Like to put them in the game, like it would be
Dude.
so weird.
King Dedede.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true, but I mean he's based off his hammer. You know what I mean? Like I don't know about Eggman. I don't know how I feel about Eggman.
What about Earthworm Jim?
Oh God.
Wow. Talk about left field.
Earthworm
Right?
Jim could happen, but I feel like would anyone care at this point?
Oh, I
That's
think
the
that would
thing.
be crazy. That'd be a shocker.
I love Earthworm Jim.
It would be, but it would be a shocker to like our age. We'd be like, "Whoa, Earthworm Jim!" But then like newer guys, kids would be like, "Huh? Who's
Earthworm?
that? Earthworm Jim? Who's that?
I don't know.
I've never heard of him."
So we're gonna have to base it off of what they're trying to sell. You know what I
Sure.
mean? So if they're coming out with new games, because if you think about it, right, Cloud, new Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
Bayonetta, right? They
Yeah.
were pushing. I mean, Bayonetta 3 wasn't out yet, but
Nope.
come to find
Fire
out,
Emblem.
it's not like, oh yeah, they just started developing it now. Who else do we have? Corrin,
Like Cal said, Fire.
Fire Emblem. They were pushing Fire Emblem.
Yeah, but I see where you're going with Bayonetta. But here's the thing: if they put anybody else from Bayonetta in there, it's gonna be Jean.
Oh
But
no! I
Jean-
meant when they released Bayonetta, like as
Yeah, yeah.
DLC.
Oh, when they released-
Yeah, yeah.
When
Well,
they came in Smash, and then
Like they don't
haven't
put characters in the game if it's not a game that they're pushing.
that they're obsolete. Like they're,
Well, I was getting to like when they're pushing it, if they come out and they say new character, and if it's Gian, I'd be shocked because Gian literally plays the same way as Bayonetta does.
Mhm.
But I could see them doing like what they did with Bowser Jr. and then the Koopa Kids. Like I could see, you can either play as Bayonetta or play as Gian, but it's the same character.
I think
could
they
see them
should
doing
do.
that.
I know people hate that, man, especially being around people that play Smash all the time. I know they hate the alternate costume thing when they turn into other characters, but I was saying that for a while. Like, if you can use Sonic and then switch your color and be Shadow, and then switch your color and be Silver, I would love that, man.
I don't think
think
people
would be
hate
so
that. I
dope.
think people like that to a certain extent. Like they don't want it to be a whole new character in the sense of like Knuckles and Sonic. They have no relation. They don't want
Yeah, I'm
Luigi
fine with
turned
that, but I'm saying
into
like Sonic Shadow
Waluigi.
under one category, under one character. Not don't make another Shadow. I'm saying to like don't make a replica. Just keep like it as a color, like a color scheme.
Yeah.
Switch Shadow.
I mean, to me, I think that's pretty cool because it saves character slots. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So to kind of get into a little bit of the Nintendo what they're doing at E3, they have the video presentation June 12th at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard. Then the Super Smash Brothers Invitational starts right after Splatoon 2 on June 12th. And Splatoon 2 opening rounds is June 11th, 3 p.m. to 6, and then finals June 12th at 1 p.m. Pacific time. For Smash, they have Armada, Pulp, Lucky, Mango, MK Leo, Abagon. I can never pronounce his name right. Mr. R, Zero. And a lot of people are upset because you have people like Mango. I think Armada plays Melee. I think. No, he might play. But you have those guys that play Melee, and they're coming to play Smash 4, and people are upset about that. Who cares? That's what I say. Who cares?
Man, this is the new Smash, right? That they're playing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And then Monday, June 11th at 12:30. Nope, that's something to do with the doors. So that's the opening rounds, stuff like that. They talk a little bit about that. Treehouse, that's the presentation, and that's it. That's all the information they have. So we'll see what's going on at this Smash Brothers Invitational, how the game's gonna play and stuff. So I'm excited to see that and what characters there are. If they don't just make those, I mean, if they add these players all have specific characters they use. So I wonder if that's a hint. So Zero uses Diddy. Sometimes he uses Bayonetta, but mostly uses Diddy. Let me go.
Hey, everyone, get ready to buy a GameCube adapter. About that part.
Yeah.
There's already been confirmed that the GameCube adapter works. Like that was at the beginning of last year.
Yeah.
Also, I can just USB into it, right? Because it got the USB port.
Yeah.
Yep.
But what about the portable part? So you're gonna have to play with the Switch, the whole Switch, because I don't see you using Joy-Cons to play Smash. I think that's impossible.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna Joy-Con. So Melee, I mean, Mango is known to use Falco Fox. Armada is known to use Peach and Fox. I think. Pulp uses Rosalina, Pikachu, and Diddy Kong.
Yeah, so we're gonna see we'll see people like Diddy Kong Pikachu. You know, like obviously you may see. No, you won't see. I was gonna say you're gonna see Mario. No, you probably won't.
Captain
But,
Falcon.
like we'll see
and
like Diddy Kong and stuff like
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a tournament, they're not going to be probably restricted to that one character. They're probably going to main that character. But you know how they usually switch it up. So
But I mean, this is a good way to kind of get a hint. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See the new combo set. See what
that. Yeah, agreed.
I know Abadango, I can never pronounce his name right.
Fandango.
Uses Mewtwo.
We'll see Mewtwo.
Yeah. The best
For
Pokemon
sure.
of all time is always gonna be in the game.
So this is
That's another debate.
this is gonna be interesting.
That is no debate, Kyle.
Mm.
It's the best Pokemon of all time. That's not even close to a debate.
Totodile.
Oh, stop. Stop it. Kyle, stop.
That's a massive debate for anybody. There's so many Pokemon, you could debate every freaking Pokemon.
Not Mewtwo.
Oh, you could debate Mewtwo. Stop it.
With who?
What do you mean with who? There's a lot. I ain't gonna get into it.
Best Pokemon of all time. He got his own movie.
So did Mew. Same movie.
Same. The first movie that made me cry as a kid.
Oh, I think I made everybody cry as a kid. Oh my god.
So yeah, that Smash thing's pretty cool. Do you know how long the presentation is gonna be there for Nintendo? Like how long they're gonna be on stage?
They don't do stage. Remember, they do direct, and usually the direct's about an hour, I think.
They'll do like 45 to an hour.
And then the rest is Treehouse, most likely.
Yep.
I know PlayStation's is hour.
Probably about PlayStation will probably be longer.
There's just like an hour and 20 minutes maybe, and I know Xbox is 2 hours and 30 minutes.
So I'm sorry to interrupt. There's just some breaking news. The U.S. jury just awarded Apple $539 million in the Samsung patent retrial.
Oh God.
Oh Jesus.
So I don't know if you guys remember back in 2011, Apple sued Samsung for taking one of their patents. I can't remember which one it was, but it was like I think they ended up suing them for like $1 billion or something like that, but they just got rewarded $539 million.
God.
Oh wow.
Just make them richer so they can rip us off more. Freaking Apple.
Yeah, something about the iPhone patent.
Here comes a new iPhone, everyone. They're gonna get 3 iPhones in the year now.
Right. Hey, listen. There's one thing we haven't talked about yet, and it's the biggest thing about Nintendo.
What is it?
Online.
That's
Okay, yeah. Because I think the online for this presentation is gonna make or break this presentation.
I
because
agree.
even though Smash is a huge focus on this E3 conference, everybody is zeroed in onto what this online is.
That
And
is
this leads me into what they were doing with Resident Evil 7, which is why I'm like, about this, because then I'm like, wait a minute. So you can play Resident Evil 7 through the cloud, but you have to be online.
yeah.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose of the system? Like, if you take it outside, yeah, you can do freaking like hotspots and stuff like that, but you ain't gonna run that well. So, like, do you really need to? I don't like it. Defeats the purpose of the portability
Kyle,
of the game.
the Switch will have something that you can attach to it on the go. Like they had the little Wi-Fi LAN adapter. Remember that one they came out with?
Yeah.
They will have something that you will bring on the go with you to get you a little spot somewhere. I'm telling you right now.
Wow.
I'm telling you right now. If they're going the cloud route, remember me and Van talked about this. Remember we were saying if Nintendo got the cloud, that'd be perfect because it sucks that you can't carry over data or you can't save your data. We talked about this. I remember me and Van were saying they need to do this, and you were saying I don't know about this. But I'm telling you right now, if they can do it right, and they have some type of plan as far as getting your Wi-Fi to work good on your Switch, then this is great. But if it's just the same old service they got right now, I don't know about that. I don't know.
No, it'll be listen, the online will be revamped, but like what you're kind of talking about is like you could bring it anywhere and it's almost gonna work like a 4G.
I think they're gonna rip us off. I think they're gonna make some adapter that costs who knows how much. But if you can play your Switch anywhere you go with this adapter and they charge you for it, you're already paying for the online now.
They won't do
Right.
that. They won't sell. They won't do 4G. PlayStation
No.
experimented with it. It went awful. It's just the hotspots are a thing now. Comcast or Cox or whoever you have in your local area has like the Wi-Fi spots. There's so many different things that you can do. It just
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
Nintendo won't do it. Yeah, Nintendo.
I'm not saying create its own hotspot. I'm saying that they'll give you something like they did with the Wii U that will let you connect better with a hotspot, like an adapter that connects better with the hotspot if you're playing something that can attach to it to help have it connect better.
Oh, I don't think, but it's gonna be like they already have it built in there, like the Wi-Fi that's in there. Like it's Nintendo had an adapter to make it wired because they didn't have a wired connection, so that was their adapter. They were wireless, so they had wired because the wireless sucked. So with this, the only thing that they could do is make an adapter to make it wired for internet. But I don't think they have the same problem as they did with the Wii U. I think the Wii U, the max was 10 MIPS, and it was just like, why did you design that? So I think that was mainly the thing. So with the Switch, I don't know why they went that same route again. I think they should have made an Ethernet port into the adapter, but it could have been money. Simple as that.
We'll see. I'm worried about it. Like Kyle said, this is going to be a big focus because one, not only people want to play Smash, but people are going to want to play Smash online. Any games that are coming out, and now that they're relying on the cloud to be online, like Kyle said, that is kind of worrisome because you're telling me I can't play a game unless I have a good Wi-Fi connection. So not only do I got to pay for my regular internet bill, I got to pay for my console like Xbox and PlayStation. But you better give me quality close to what they give me at least, where I don't have no problems. I don't want to be playing all of a sudden it says cloud disconnected. That would be the worst thing in the world.
So, but remember that the prices are not as big as Xbox.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm not
because here are the prices for everybody that doesn't know. So you can do a plan that's $4 a month, which honestly makes 0 sense to do.
Yeah.
Because do 12 times 4 for me. $48. Which I'm about to say, and then there's the 3-month plan for 3 months where you can pay $8 for every 3 months.
Do the year.
Exactly. Just do because you're still paying more. You pay $20 and you get it for the whole year.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Absolutely the cheapest price, and it's only $20 at this point. As bad as our economy is, $20 is nothing to anybody.
Year. Not for the year.
Yeah, not for the year. So, yeah, it's gonna be $20. My whole thing is this: what's gonna come with this $20? Is it just gonna be like you get the $20, so now you can still play Mario Kart, you can still play Splatoon, you can still play all these games, there's got to be more because because the whole time Nintendo's had free online play for everything. And we still have free online play until this comes out in September. So what else are you giving me? Are you telling me like,
Is the online play available now?
it's always
what?
been available?
Oh.
Yeah, you
Oh
can play
yeah,
Splatoon
yeah.
together
Duh,
right
because you
now,
can play
Mario
like
Kart right
Yeah,
now,
you can
but-
play
Splatoon
Mario
and
Kart,
stuff.
Splatoon.
Nah, they still, like we talked about, this online because they've been postponing it and because we don't need Xbox, PlayStation Online, but we do need to be able to communicate without using our cell phone. And we do need to be able to go into parties or get together and play a game without all that complication. That's the least they can do for us. Let us be able to get on a headset and talk to each other.
But I think they're still gonna emphasize the app, which I know I've already heard that. They're still gonna emphasize the app, which is still stupid.
Listen,
Because I just recently went on the app and the only thing that's still up there is Splatoon 2. They don't update that thing at all.
that's what I'm saying.
So they're clearly doing something else with it, hopefully to try to improve it. But no, I agree. I think you need to do something somehow that goes straight through the Switch if you want. Like make separate parts. Like here's the thing. Nintendo is notorious for not being able to talk to random people. Notorious. Because they don't want the same thing that goes on Xbox and PlayStation because they're trying to be family friendly.
Yeah.
I get that. But make a party system because if you make a party system, then you're talking to people you know.
Yep.
And that's the thing. So you're not going to get your trolls. You're not going to get your jackasses or rage quitters, hopefully, and stuff like that.
I'm
You're going to
worried about
get
that
people
though,
that you know.
I'm worried about that because Xbox just figured out how to do that. It took years, and now they finally have the whole creator group thing where you can say no profanity, you can say no one above 12, you can say no one that,
Right.
and it marks that. But they just figured that out. So can Nintendo do that? In the matter of now.
I mean, they've already been doing that because they just don't they don't have random people talking to each other that may use profanity and all this other stuff.
But when you go in a game like Splatoon 2 and they're in that hub with other online players, people be writing some crazy stuff, or they'll put up like a sexual preference or something, or a sexual type thing. You can report them. You can report them right
Yeah.
away. But the fact that your kid can still see it, so I get why.
Well, you're never going to stop that. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
exactly,
You're never going to stop it fully for people being trolls and weirdos and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So, but you can manage it somehow to an extent where you don't have to worry about and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like when you play Splatoon, you play with other people, but you can't talk to them, and it would be better to talk to them. But the thing is, you don't know what they're gonna say,
Yeah.
and they're family friendly, so that's why they do have like the parties. They'll make like a party system type thing where you make a party. Probably gonna use the app still, which
I know, I
sucks.
hate
It
hate-
sucks. I'm right there with you. I'm not a fan of the whole app. Just if they had jumped on with Discord, we've said it a million
I was
times.
just gonna say that.
Yeah, if they had hopped on with freaking Discord, they would have been in the driver's seat with this thing, but they didn't. And
No,
now
actually-
Microsoft's all over it.
Yep.
So, not that they really needed to. I don't think Microsoft needed to do anything with Discord, but it just helps them out even more.
Yeah. Because people been asking for years.
Yep.
On Xbox. So that would have been cool with Nintendo. I remember you and Ben actually saying that before. That would have been so perfect with Nintendo.
We've been saying it for months. It would have been a perfect fit for them.
We'll see, man.
But
Because then they
didn't.
wouldn't have had to rebuild from scratch. Because building from scratch, man, something like that advanced is a pain in the ass. And you're gonna get into some problems, you know.
Yeah.
And if you do a system that already exists, it seems to be so much easier.
Right.
So Kyle, do you think we get how Games with Gold and PlayStation Plus happens? Do you think we get that with Nintendo?
Oh, it's the Nintendo, like the Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo, like the 30 games I think they said they'll give you.
Oh, so they're gonna do it like that, like regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo?
I believe so. I believe that's
yeah,
how it's
because
working.
they initially said with the subscription that you will also get Nintendo/Super Nintendo games that are now playable online. So now you'll get online play with with certain NES and Super NES games. But my whole thing is, which games are they going to use? The only one I can realistically think for Super Nintendo is Mario Kart.
Yeah.
But like after that, it's
I can't think
what?
after that either myself.
Yeah, like, cause I'm just like, what are they gonna like? I understand, like, I know they said like Zelda was gonna be one of them, the original Zelda, and I'm like, well, how are you gonna do that? So they must just be talking about like leaderboards.
Yeah, I
leaderboards.
don't know. I'm wondering
it's
how they're
like-
going to do it too. I'm curious.
That's interesting. The
Very
online is
interesting.
Kyle, every console has a big thing they have. Well, not really PlayStation, I guess, but Xbox and Nintendo definitely have two big things they have to stretch. Xbox has to stretch them games,
Yeah.
and Nintendo has to stretch that online. Those are two big key focuses for both conferences.
Yeah.
And we'll see what they do. I do think because they've been postponing it, they have a trick up their sleeve. I do think that with Nintendo, but we'll just have to wait and see what they offer. What they give.
But getting back to the cloud thing, this is why I was just skeptical with RE7, because what other games would they do that with? And are they going to do that with their new whatever they call virtual console? Because remember, the virtual console brand is dead, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that concept is dead.
Yeah.
So, like, is it going to be a whole, you play through the cloud thing? Because if that's the case, that'll be a red flag for me, and that's why that's going to be the make or break thing for me. Is this going to be a whole? You got to play it through the cloud thing? And I'm
I
gonna be
mean,
like,
I don't think it would work out for them playing it through the cloud, especially if your Switch is on the go. That would be pointless because you're not going to be connected to the same Wi-Fi everywhere you go. So that would make the service really, really, really bad. In the sense of now you have to be connected online. Like PlayStation, the way
Right.
PlayStation works is if you are PlayStation Plus, then the last time you connect, it will know. And it always has to have so many days of it at least touching the internet. So it knows that you had the plus at some point in time just to verify it. And because if your plus runs out, you can't use those games anymore. So it will still be able to work with it offline if that's your home console. So Nintendo's just got to figure out. I mean, Nintendo has a really, 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 really strict system as far as how games work digitally. Like you have to contact them for you to even put your name on another Nintendo product. Your name was already embedded on one. So
Yeah.
so I'm pretty sure the system they can probably figure something out, but it's going to be strict. Like their system's really, really strict.
Oh yeah, I agree. They'll have a strict guideline as far as that still goes. I'm just wondering, like,
What is it? What's it going to be?
what literally it's going to be. So I'm hoping honestly that with this $20, or maybe you have to pay a little more, I don't know, but they have some sort of like Netflix style thing with
Like
the game.
we talked about. Me and Ben have predicted since 2000 and since I met Ben, I've been saying since the beginning of the time they need like a Wii Flicks back when it was called Wii. I was saying they need a Wii Flicks, one to 10 Flicks, way back then. And I mean, it would be cool if they did do it. I mean, if you're paying for something online and you have a streaming service where you can play your games, why not? I mean, that's enough to get anyone to buy. I remember Ben said one time if they charge 45 to 50 a month, people.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be more successful than PlayStation Now and Xbox Game Pass, and those are doing well. Nintendo's will be just so much better because Nintendo just has a bigger library of classic games. The PlayStation Now is doing PlayStation 3. I bet you if they went back to PlayStation 1 and 2, it would it would do better. What, go to PlayStation 1 and 2?
Yep, Ape Escape and Dark Cloud 2 just came out. PS2 games.
Actually, I think I remember hearing something about Dark Cloud.
Yep, they just started doing it. They're smart because that's where the money. And Xbox is doing it with the Xbox OG games. That's the way to go, man. I mean, people still want to touch them, even if you don't. People still want to touch those games.
Right.
Why not?
But the thing about PlayStation Now is that is a streaming service, unlike Game Pass. Game Pass downloads.
Yeah, exactly. You always have to download the game.
Yeah,
so, that is true.
So here's the big question as far as an online. Do we see something involving, whatever the virtual console is? It'll be a two-parter. Do we see anything that involves some sort of virtual console? And if we do, is GameCube involved?
Yes, 100%.
You won't see virtual console because they've already said they're not doing virtual
They
console.
want the virtual console.
So
Right. They're not doing the brand.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think yeah, you're not gonna see what they call virtual console. Like you're just not gonna see that. But I think they're gonna go like we said. I believe it's going to be an online service. Unfortunately, that's going to require online. And I just thought for me it would be like okay, like because I'm mostly no, I don't want to say I'm mostly play the games at home. I don't know. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm afraid that they are gonna do something where it's like you have to be online to use this, and then because that takes away from the portability aspect. Because like, all right, say they come out and they're like, oh, we're gonna add new like third party old school games. So it's like I'll throw. Hello. I'm going all over the place. See, I'm with my Italian hand. But anyway,
A bibbidi bob.
say like I'm just gonna throw a random game out there, like Turtles in Time. Say they're like, oh, you can play Turtles in Time, and you can now rent it on the Switch, which would be fantastic. If they say something like, oh, but you have to be online to play it, and that takes away from the portability.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
a
the
PlayStation,
Switch,
PlayStation, you're not playing portably. So that's why, that's not a big deal. So that's why it's like you need to be online. Well, I'm not playing my PlayStation 4 on the train, so that's fine.
Which makes sense for them to do that.
Right. So,
But
but
with
a
the Switch-
Switch, I think if you do that type of service, they're gonna be like, well, it works for PlayStation. Well, you're saying that you're not a PlayStation and you're also a portable system. So now you kind of take that aspect away. So you're only creating a feature that's only good for home. And at that point in time, I don't want it. The reason why I would get a service like this is because I can play it everywhere else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why have it?
Yeah.
Otherwise, why get it?
I mean, I could still see people purchasing it. Because I'd be hypocritical if I said I wouldn't now just because it's not portable, due to the fact of I would do it when the system wasn't portable. So, but now that how I kind of see it is my mind frame is I'll be able to play the system more portably because if I'm going to play something at home, it's probably going to be my PlayStation, not my Nintendo. I'll have certain systems play at certain times, and that's kind of how I see that. So that would be my debate, but
Kyle, to answer your question for me, I don't see them doing any. Like, I want it. I do want a GameCube at least virtual type console thing. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the reason I don't think anything virtual console thing type is happening is because Nintendo's still releasing these minis every year, and those are kind of your virtual console. We already seen the patent that they filed for the whole 64 mini. 64 mini is going to be announced too, by the way, Nintendo. That's their virtual console. That's what they've been focusing on. Super Nintendo coming with 25 games, the greatest games they've made on Super Nintendo. However many it came with. The regular Nintendo. Why do you need to really put that on the Switch when you can just get those? You know what I mean? And Nintendo's about money. That kind of takes away from the whole retro mini classic console. That kind of takes money away from it.
yeah.
Well, it does. It does.
You
but
just
then
don't put the
there's people
games
out
that are
there-
on there.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, those aren't portable.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
And they would make more money doing a service because it's guaranteed monthly, opposed to just say after 3 months, that's one console. After that, it's all profit.
Yep.
Right?
They
Right?
get $60 from me, you, and Kyle. That $20 dollars for the year for the online. They already got $60 from us.
Right.
So I can
And
add it up.
and they're going to spend less money in production selling the service than they would an actual product.
Yeah.
Correct.
But it's a valid point. Are they going to do something like that, considering they already patented the Nintendo 64 design? So what's that mean? Would it be foolish of them to do a Nintendo 64 virtual console if they're going to be pushing out this thing? Is this thing only going to have 15 games?
Yeah, that's the key too, because like we had talked about, every one that they come out with, it seems like they're going lower and lower. So I mean,
Yeah.
64, we're not getting 20 games with the 64. We're probably gonna get like 10, 15, which to me is like no, but probably 10, 15 games.
What was on the Super Nintendo 30? 5?
21
21.
But the Star
because they
Fox, I
added
think, was
Star
the one.
Fox too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
yeah, I see max at the very maximum 50.
Yeah. Yeah.
After Nintendo 64, I hope you guys are not hoping for a GameCube one.
I wanted them to stop after SNES Classic.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And then
I don't
60,
even
I don't need an N64 Classic. I got an N64 upstairs with a shit ton of games. I don't need an N64 Classic.
I mean,
I'm not
it's
buying
mini,
it.
Kyle. It is mini. You know,
It's mini, but I already have the big one and I have the original one. I don't need to play. Plus, honestly, if they put like Ocarina of Time on there, I'm not gonna want to play that one because they're gonna have with the freaking ending. They're gonna use that green shit that they did rather than rail.
I think
And that's it. So no.
Nintendo 64 and then a Game Boy. You won't see GameCube. GameCube is too much. It's
No.
too much.
You only be able to put 3 games on it.
Yeah.
You only be able to put 3
Yeah.
games on that thing. No one's getting that. So
You
there's no
gonna put
reason-
Melee on it?
Melee.
No, they won't put Melee. I was
They won't put
I
won't
was
put Melee
kidding.
on that.
I was kidding.
You don't think so?
No
I think
way.
they put Melee,
No way.
Mario Sunshine and what else? Star Fox Adventure.
No, let me tell you something. The first game they put on there is Luigi's Mansion,
Oh yeah, true.
which is already coming out for the 3DS. We didn't talk any. Not that we really wanted
we
to.
don't need to. When we're doing Nintendo, we're covering Nintendo Switch.
Right.
You should be switching from your DS.
From your 3DS to the Switch at this point.
It's
I
the-
don't care. Get the $300. Go to the Switch.
So let's do the predictions. We all have that one big prediction like we did for Sony. Where y'all going with this, man?
Well, I mean, Van, do you see anything GameCube coming at E3?
No.
Okay.
No.
There's a slight possibility. I
Uh-oh.
want to be hopeful, but it would be on the, I would say about 30% chance that they do something with GameCube on the Switch. So
We'll see. We'll see. It's long overdue, but we need to get our 3 predictions out. We all got to get our big prediction out.
okay. Andre, you want to go first?
I'll go first, but y'all ain't gonna like me for it. But I'm gonna say,
Okay. Go ahead.
Van, get ready to take your headset off and throw it. 'Cause
Oh,
I'm
God.
telling you guys right now, a few years ago, we got this little game that me and Van don't like. Kyle likes it. He still plays it. I
Okay.
think I think we are going to get a Zelda maker, like like how we got Mario Maker.
Oh, boy.
I believe that there's going to be a Zelda one. I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen. As much as I don't want it to happen, there's going to be a Zelda maker, and
I need to see Van's face.
not the 3D form. I'm talking about like Zelda, like the 2D type Zelda. Watch. I'm telling
Oh, I see his face. Oh. Yeah, we're both doing the same thing. I just can't do this on my forehead because of Cappy. And I was like, oh my.
Now, recently, my first one was that we were gonna get something new about a Zelda in general, but then I said,
Yep.
I said, nah, they're not gonna do that because Breath of the Wild's still big. They'll probably do some more DLC. They're going to do some corny thing with either a Zelda maker or they're going to do Twilight Prince. Not Twilight. They're going to do the one I hate the most, a Wind Waker, port over to the Switch, which I don't want to happen.
No way.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want that to
No.
happen. So just remember, you guys, that I said they're going to do some corny thing like a Zelda maker, Minecraft, whatever you want to call it. Get ready for it.
First of all, Wind Waker will not be on the Switch. They already did Wind Waker HD on Wii U.
It better not.
No, it won't happen. That's like if they put Twilight Princess on the Switch, I'd be like, you just did it on the Wii U. So you're porting it from the Wii to the Wii U and then to the Switch. Stop.
Remember what I said. Remember what I said, Van. I want you to remember.
No.
Remember Zelda maker. Get ready.
Van, can you
No, you don't have to elaborate.
can
Just
you
give your
can
prediction.
you no
There's
no no
elaboration on
there's
it.
no elaboration on this. Just I want Van to say something about this.
You gonna go that far, Kyle?
Yes. Oh my God. No. That wouldn't make sense to do a Zelda maker.
I'm trying to tell you, man. The community's been wanting that for years.
What?
No.
I'll punch whoever said that in the baby maker.
Yeah.
Google it, yo. Google that.
I'll be with you.
Kyle, Google right now Zelda maker. Google
I swear to
Mario
God.
Maker and then Google Zelda maker. I'm telling you, it's nothing. You know, I hate Mario Maker. Kyle, you like Mario Maker, and I can see Mario Maker being made. It makes sense. Zelda doesn't make sense, but people have been wanting that, and I don't know why. But I'm telling you guys right now, do not be surprised if people are making their own dungeons in Zelda. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna say nothing else. That's it with Zelda.
I just read an article that says Nintendo has not considered the Super Mario.
I read that same article. I was just reading that same article.
Not
That's a-
even considered. So
Hey,
it's no.
But we said
absolutely
bold.
not.
We said bold predictions. That's definitely fucking bold.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
stick
bold.
by it.
That's bold.
Kyle, I'm sticking by it. I'm gonna stick by it until after E3's over.
That prediction is so bold, I might put it in the safe already.
Oh yeah, it belongs in the safe. It shouldn't even come out the safe. I don't
No,
even know if it have
God.
it. But I'm not gonna say it.
You know the box with the ideas. Ben, you got the box?
Yeah,
but
that's
it
gonna
don't count
go
'cause
in the safe.
don't count 'cause it's not
No,
mine.
there's no date yet for the release of Smash. They still haven't said that yet, but if they have, we try to avoid E3 spoilers, so we haven't heard anything. But on the Nintendo site, it doesn't say anything, so I don't think a release date was actually official.
It's
So,
bullshit.
but what's your bold prediction, Kyle?
Oh no, you go next because I'm gonna drop this on Andre. So you go first.
My bold prediction is a new Luigi's Mansion.
I think Luigi
Okay.
Mansion is that'd be cool, man.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool. Oh yeah.
I think that's my bold prediction is we're gonna see another Luigi's Mansion. I think there's a few things that have been hitting around it. So that's kind of I'm gonna step out here and say that it's not too bold because I believe it is believable. And I think it's long overdue. So I would love to see that. Luigi popping up in a stupid little game that has nothing. For the Mario fucking Odyssey. I think is like a sign like, hey, we need to give Luigi another game. So that's my bold prediction because I'd like to say Mario Party, but I believe Mario Party isn't bold, even though Mario Party came out for the Nintendo DS. But I think that's what's telling me that there's definitely a Mario Party coming for the Switch. I think the Switch is the like perfect system to do a Mario Party game for. So
Mario Party's still old though because it's been dead for years.
But it's every system, so it's not too bold. Like it's coming out eventually. So
yeah, eventually it'll be out. It's like predicting Metroid.
Yeah. So that's why Luigi Mansion. I kind of want to go Luigi's Mansion instead. Only due to the fact that like it's a great game for the GameCube. It was fantastic. I know so many people that love that game. They didn't say Banjo and Kazooie, right?
No, that's owned by Microsoft.
No, yeah.
Oh, that's right. You never know. You might see that as a character in Smash.
Don't.
You never know.
Don't do that to me.
That's up there on the list too for people that want to see Banjo Kazooie. I think he fits the Smash roster perfect.
That's why I said
perfect.
I said Phil Spencer said he said he wanted to give it to Nintendo. He would work something out, so don't be surprised.
My heart, he would stop.
I would love it.
I'd lose it.
I would love it. I think if I seen it, it wouldn't be like a surprise. Like, oh my god, it would be like, yes, about time. Like, yeah, he deserves that spot.
No, I'll still lose my shit. I'll go banana.
And we'll see
That's
that
why I want to
live
show
on
my
PCG
reaction.
Live.
I might take Cappy with me, and I'll like throw it across PCG or something, and be like, "Oh my god!"
It hits every little kid that's in there.
And I hit somebody that's using a go kart. Not go kart, bumper car.
Oh, the bumper cars.
Oh my god!
All right, Kyle, your turn.
All right, Mr. Nintendo.
So I'm gonna predict something, and we have not talked one thing about it, but they'll say something about it. But I'm gonna be bold, and I've talked about this in past episodes. But Andre, Labo.
Oh, no more Labo stuff, please. You're kidding.
They're going to utilize the camera, and we're announcing Pokemon Snap 2.
Oh my god! All right, guys. Good night.
And Andre has.
It's very likely. I wouldn't be surprised. But I could. All right. So what about this?
Andre legit left.
I think he's like gone. Yeah.
Damn, this only happened one other time.
I think that's a legit thing, only because usually when they are going to announce a big game but they don't have a date for it, they'll push out something else that deals with that game. So for example,
Yeah.
Pokemon, if Pokemon isn't ready yet, then
Yeah.
that makes sense that they're gonna say Pokemon Snap coming out, blah 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 blah, and then they'll like, but then coming soon, Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Which is funny because like the Pokemon company actually did something like that last year. Because they had the Pokemon Direct prior to E3, where they were like, "Hey, Pokemon tournaments coming to the Switch."
Yeah.
But then also it's like, "Oh, because Heart Gold and Soul Gold and Silver are coming out as digital releases for the 3DS."
hmm
And then later on, they're like, "Oh, by the way, at E3, we're in development of a new Pokemon." So,
What
I mean,
about what about a Pokemon Stadium port? Because you can forget about a next gen Pokemon
ooh,
Stadium because Pokken is that answer. I hate to say it, I hate to break. I would be surprised if they come out with another Pokemon Stadium. I feel Pokken is the Pokemon Stadium, and I think that's kind of what they're trying to do. And it's a great game, so you can't.
oh, yeah.
That's perfect.
I feel that Pokemon, because this one's called Pokemon Stars.
Mhm,
I still go with that. This one is going to be pretty much Pokemon Stadium,
mhm.
but RPG style. Like the battling is going to be like Pokemon Stadium, turn based instead of this fast fighting that they're doing.
Oh well, yeah,
Well,
I understand what you're saying.
but it will be RPG though.
Right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think
No,
so.
no. That's I think at the end of the day, it's still RPG. You know what I mean? But it's not gonna be. They'll add the features like, hey, you can play a friend, but the whole game isn't designed that it's just Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah.
So
I don't. That's what Pokemon Stars is going to be. I don't think we need a port or anything. Just put all the Pokemon in one game and make it like Stadium was. You're golden. You're golden. There's really nothing else it's like having the Game Boy games in one.
yeah, yeah.
Yep, I agree with that.
But Kyle, that
I really what?
switch it right now. You Kyle, don't even. That is a bold prediction. That's like the Zelda Maker. That's a bold prediction that might not happen, but
Zelda Maker's worse.
Zelda Maker is worse because it's unneeded. But Kyle, so, put it like this.
I had two bold predictions, but one I know is going to be absolutely unrealistic because they're already coming out with a Wario.
What you think, a Waluigi game?
No, I thought like a Wario adventure.
They should, man. Kyle, they should do that.
It'll never happen.
I know. But I would love a
never
Wario.
happen.
A Wario solo game like how Mario Odyssey is, with all the stuff Wario can do, like driving motorcycles and all that crap. That would be dope.
You know what I would like before Mario Party? WarioWare.
Yeah, man.
We need it. We need another WarioWare.
Long time, dude.
Didn't they just announce a WarioWare? I mean,
No,
didn't they talked about one at the last direct?
No, I think that's for DS.
Oh, that is
Yes,
for 3DS.
yes,
Yeah.
another DS game, yeah. No,
Also, maybe. Well, then now that I think about it, maybe they would.
Oh
make
no,
it.
no, 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 no. Hold on, wait a second. It's
In
called.
this micro game series. The latest in the WarioWare series is coming to the Nintendo 3DS family of systems.
Yeah, 3DS.
Okay, so it's only 3DS.
3DS, dude. Why, man? Just like that great Mario
Why?
Party game. It has the best Mario Party games in one package, but it's only on the DS. What the hell? I want to play those games on my Switch, man.
No. Not the Mario Party. No, I want a legit Mario Party. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Because there was a rumor that Mario Party could be coming out next year. But I'm going to say this. When they make it, for the love of God, just make a freaking mode that is just like the old Mario.
Like Mario Party 1, 2, and 3.
And 4 and 5.
Yeah, we had so much fun the day when we was at GamerCon, just playing the old school Mario. Who cares if it lasted long? It was strategy. It was fun.
Wait a minute. Did you just say we had fun?
Yeah, Mario.
Certain people were kind of angry.
Who was angry? I mean, I wasn't really on that stream like that. I came in later, but I love Mario Party so much. I had a blast, man. When I came on with when Van was like winning, then what's his name? The other guy that was with Van ended up winning, but I had a blast, man. Like going back to my old school. And that's all you got to make Mario Party. Like, stop doing this whole Bowser Party and this whole everything's You don't even have to have skill anymore in Mario Party. Now it's just at the end, hope you get the plus stars instead of the negative.
The main reason why people don't like Mario Party now is because they've gone to this concept of this whole hand holding.
Yeah.
Hey, we're playing together. Oh, we gotta work together on a train, and then we're playing about. Stop, please.
They want to stop violence. Nintendo said, let's
Stop.
violence.
Yeah, they want to stop violence. Whole hand holding. No, make the thing. Listen, you have a big enough system to make a goddamn mode by itself in Mario Party that's just like old Mario Party. So do that and have the hand holding thing for the people that actually want to do the hand holding.
Hey, Kyle, they're doing it with Mario Tennis. I mean, you see what they're doing with Mario Tennis. They're pushing Mario Tennis out, and they got it where if you don't want to play the new style of it, you can go to the old school style of it.
Right. You can play like normal tennis. You don't have to do all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So I think they need to do that with the next Mario Party. I think, and there was a rumor that it could be in development for next year. So that could be my other bold prediction, is that they announce something Mario Party involved, but we'll see.
Well, since I gave the bold, I'll go for the. I seen yours, and like I said, that wasn't my prediction. That's just my bold one. What I want is any sport Mario to be announced. I don't. We already know tennis, but I'm talking about for the future. Give us a Mario Striker. Give us a Mario Mega Baseball with the Switch controllers now. Oh my goodness, that baseball Mario would be. Whew, that's all I'm asking for. So that's my prediction for what I want. A Mario sport game.
Yo, if they said Mario Striker.
Oh my god. And that game was big, dude. That game was really, really big when it came out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mario Strikers was huge.
Van is focused on something. I have no idea.
I was just
like, I'm focused, man.
Stop looking at Square Enix stuff.
No, I was just looking at some stuff about some Switch announcements, and I want to see if we were missing anything.
Close.
No, I mean
I don't want to hear no leaks.
No leaks.
Nintendo didn't have stuff leaked. It was Xbox and PlayStation that did.
Yeah, no.
There have been people that are making videos that are like, huge Nintendo leak, and I immediately go on YouTube and I see that and I go,
they're not true half the time. But Kyle,
I'm like, get rid of it.
Kyle, we have to personally talk about one of them Xbox ones, and you know which one I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. That'll be till next Thursday.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Oh, Jesus.
Because if that's true, Kyle, I'm gonna cry.
No, I don't even want to. I don't even want to. No, I don't even want to entertain the thought. I don't want to entertain the thought. Oh my god.
I'll be able to wipe the dust off my Xbox again.
I'll lose it again.
He said again.
I'll be like, oh my god. I'll cry. I really will cry.
Don't cry.
But it'll be tears of joy.
Yeah, I don't see anything else. So,
it is listen, the online. This is my final. The online will make or break Nintendo's E3 this year. Because if they do the online properly, to me, they'll win again. They'll win E3 again, combined with all the games that we are expecting them to talk about at E3. So basically, if they don't screw up the online whole thing, I think Nintendo's got a shot to win E3 again this year.
I agree. Nothing else to say. I agree with that.
I mean, PlayStation and Xbox don't have anything huge. I think it's going to be a weird year for those two. I think Nintendo has the opportunity to still capitalize because they're still they haven't released. There's still some stuff that they need to release information to that they haven't. But like PlayStation and Microsoft, it's just like we're waiting for dates more than anything for those two. But we haven't seen a lot from Nintendo for what's coming up next. So
I think again we'll see. I think they really will do a pre E3 show to talk about the games, like another one, The World Ends With You. Like the games like SNK Heroine, the Octopath. They'll probably talk about that more, even though there's already a release date. I can't think of the Sushi Striker, Mario Tennis. I'm sure they'll talk a little bit more about those in the pre-event. But I think we'll see like a release date for games like SNK Heroine and The World Ends at that point. So that's why I think they'll do a pre-show before.
Right. Cool. Was there anything else that anybody wanted to share from Nintendo before?
No, I just think they just need to keep going off of their hype train they had. This year they've been doing the definitive type games so far. Save all the best for last. Save them for them holidays so you can make all of his parents broke. And shock us with the online service and you're golden. That's all they have to do. They're already in good position now. This is a complete different conversation than 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But that's
Agreed.
Yep.
Agreed.
So that's it for us this week. Make sure you guys catch us next week. Also, the PCG grand opening is next Saturday, June 2nd.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we will be broadcasting PCG live from PCG, the Video Game Lounge. And we will be broadcasting all the conferences as well as whatever they're doing for interviews for the show floor all throughout the lounge too. So if you don't want to enjoy E3 alone, please come in the PCG. To come in the PCG is free. But to play, you obviously have to pay. So, so you can at least come in and enjoy the conferences live for free. Worst case scenario, have some food, chill with some friends, and that's it. So, we will see you guys next week, Thursday. Next week, Thursday's topic is Microsoft. So we will break
Oh, boy.
into
Micro
Microsoft.
and soft, but it's okay.
So until next week, we will catch you guys later. See you on the flip side.